Hey there, welcome to my channel for Evolved Humans. I am Ms. Day. Many of you have commented on the sound factor in my videos being difficult to hear me, and so I switched mics and I wanted to test it out, and I thought I should do a reading. This is the least professional I'm ever going to look as well. I'm playing in the pool with my kids today. That was the plan all day. So my toddler went to bed, so I thought I would just see what's going on and start doing a reading. All right. And then this way I can test out the sound as well. All right, so first of all, oh, the words. Whoever I'm talking to loves to read. Whoever I'm talking to right now loves to read. I feel like it's loves to learn new things. Feels like an eternal student. And I feel like who I'm talking to, I feel like you're very sensitive and very afraid of hurting other people. I feel like you reserve, it's almost like you're silent, you're a silent observer. That's what it feels like. Like you're a silent observer. And I think that's, I feel like, okay, very tender, large energy underneath. I feel like you're a very passionate person underneath, tender and passionate at the same time, strong and soft, super cool. I think that I feel like you have, I don't know if you surround yourself with family or with older people, but it's like I feel like maybe you surround yourself with the people that you've had in your life for a long time. And that the majority of that, it's like I feel like a lot of your interactions are with people that are maybe just of a different walk of life, but the same people, I think, over years possibly. I think that there's a feminine in this reading. And I'm sensing both, but there's I feel like there are wounds if I'm talking to someone in the feminine, because I think that reserved and worry to hurt other people, it's like you're worried about them hurting underneath the surface and no one knowing it, which again is super beautiful. It's like you're such a passionate caring. It's like such a passionate caring. It just fills you up. As soon as you feel something for someone, it just fills you up. That's another reason I feel like I'm talking to people with, and maybe you're a silent observer because I feel like you're in tune with what's going on in the universe around you. So I feel like you've experienced some periods of low level and negative. And I think that, I feel like because of that passionate, inner core, because of that instant capacity, it's like as soon as anything that wasn't necessarily meant to hurt you, I don't feel like you feel like the ways that you got hurt in a lot of these experiences in your life and relationships, I feel like you didn't respond to them by thinking that it was their ill intent. I feel like you're very understanding. You're very understanding and accepting of what you see and accepting of everyone having their own limits, which is very mature. It's like I feel like you kind of suffered the consequences of a lot of that stuff, but you could see it for what it was. You could place it where it needed to go, which is discernment too. It's not just being able to see it into other people and to know that there's more under there and to see that they have a core, because I feel like you really look at people when you look at them. And that's actually a really good thing, yes. So that's what it feels like. I feel like going forward, what you need to see is that is not weakness. It's like you think that that's weakness because you're so quick to feel the emotional stuff and that giant compassion just instantly filling you up at the moment that you're concerned for somebody. And I feel like what they want you to know, what your higher level guides are wanting you to know, is that you need to place it where it needs to go, and don't let yourself have limitations. Like, this isn't about, okay, rip yourself out of relationships you've had for a long time because they don't have the same operating systems as you. This is about stepping forward with actually recognizing that you are carrying, you have a huge, passionate, discerning energy. I feel like you're supposed to put that to use and put it outward. Like, I feel like you're just kind of like keeping yourself from exploring out of your comfort zone in a personal interaction way. I'm not really sure what that's about. It's like, and I feel like you need to explore people with the same passions as you. Explore people, explore different communities, and like see if you can get in there and start communicating with people that have the same passions, or maybe even the same type of like huge compassionate soul. Because when you meet those people, I feel like you're going to feel less concerned all the time and less accepting just you understanding everyone else while you sit here with the full capacity to do so, like that, like really quick. I feel like this is why I feel like being an eternal student is a big deal, because it's almost like you don't feel right if you're not moving forward and you're not learning something new. And it's like, okay, so now you've learned everything you can with this group of people, so it's time to go into interacting with a different type of, or I also just feel like I got like this glimpse of, I thought of this earlier today, okay? We oftentimes will say that in moving forward, we have to leave people behind because they're not doing this thing. They're not spiritually awakened. They're not sensing all the energies. They think it's hokey. They think it's silly. Or so we think, well, they're not in our soul tribe then. And I feel like sometimes, just think about all the people out there on the internet, including myself, that I'm super new. But there are so many different types of people out there because we all speak differently. When you have your own way of viewing the world and you feel like it doesn't make sense to everyone around you, but you know that it operates smoothly, you know it's you and it's how you flow, it's like what you need to do is use that gift for those that you're sure you're going to keep. And you can use discernment to know their limitations. Limitations don't have to be permanent. They can be, but they don't have to be. Like some people could stop at what that is. You know, stop at, well, this is how I operate, this is how things work. And it's like, but you have so much to give. There's a reason. They're like, okay, yeah, this is where you use it now. You take that next step in your own path. So I feel like this is about like healing too. I think that whoever you are, like I think that you have a huge capacity to heal because you're a force. It lives underneath, but you're a force of nature. So like I feel like that passion is your tool. That's going to be your spiritual gift. That's what you're going to do. And your discernment, your learned self, and your understanding of everyone's limitations, that is amazing. Like I feel like that's a perfect way for you to heal others. It's not, and this isn't about like only your family. I'm saying people with limitations that you've seen before, you're going to help those people if you choose to. But it's like you'd have to decide that everything that lives inside of here, you'd have to decide that there's a reason actually, not only that it's there in the first place, not just for you to tame and control and handle and love, you know, but it's also there for you to let out. How do you let things out? Why are you such a learner? Why are you like such a sponge to knowledge no matter what it is you can get your hands on? And why are you more open-minded than other people that you're used to? Because you're the beacon. Because you have that capacity and that force, and your mind is a part of the package. It's the whole package. I love this reading. Yay. What a random reading. Okay, so I'm going to end it at that. If you like the way that I do readings, I love knowing when they apply to you and how. That's super validating for me when you're doing reading. If you like the way I do the readings, please subscribe to my channel. I will continue to try to improve the quality of the videos and the sound and reach for the highest level messages to come through.